guys, what is up? It is I, James Penrose here, back again for the first video of 2017. 2017, the new year has arisen, and hopefully 2017, first of all, Happy New Year to you guys, even though it's like the 5th already. So Happy New Year to you guys. Hopefully 2017 will bring you everything you want, all your hopes and dreams hopefully will come true. But for right now, this is the first video of 2017. Welcome, and in today's video, it's that time again, where as you can tell from the title of this video down below, we're going to be discussing who I think, and maybe who you think, should win the 2017 Royal Rumble match. Now, the last wrestling video I talked about how I feel that they should do for Undertaker's match, do maybe like a triple threat match where you have Undertaker, or maybe even seen as the champion, going up against Undertaker and AJ Styles for the world title, and how they maybe can have one of them three win the Royal Rumble match. Well, now that's completely scrapped. Now they're going to be doing John Cena against AJ Styles for the world title. They're going to do that match one more time in the Alamo Dome. Now, that's raised a lot of speculation and more questions as to who else could win the Royal Rumble match. That leaves a ton of options open, seeing as how Reigns and Cena are out of the Rumble, even though they're going to get world title matches, which... it's a bit cringeworthy when them two are getting world title matches in the same night. But anyway, regardless of that, today I'm going to be talking about possibilities of who I think could or should win the Royal Rumble match. Now, I'm just going to throw names off the top of my head, and then there's one name that I'm going to mention who I really want to win and I think should win. So, starting off with a guy who, over the past few months, has been built up as this underdog who's really been... Let's put it this way, he's a guy that has grown a lot of popularity since he came to NXT, since he started out, how he won the NXT title, had that awesome feud with Kevin Owens, and now he came up to the main roster, and who I thought were going to finish that feud. They had some great matches at Payback, Battleground, and only recently he's been having this feud with Braun Strowman, a guy that they have been booking as a monster, and a guy who, honestly, I feel like if there's any time, now's the time, and his name is Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, honestly... Who better guy who to have this underdog storyline going up against Braun Strowman, to go up to the Royal Rumble and to win it? Like, what a moment that would be in the Alamo Dome for a guy like Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble and then go to WrestleMania to fight for the Universal title or the World title at WrestleMania. I don't know if they're going to implant that rule again where, because the brand splits now happened, they're going to go back to the old rule where they can choose which title they go for, the World title or the Universal title. I don't know if that's the case, or it's mandated that whoever wins from Raw has to go for the Universal title, and who wins from SmackDown has to go for the World title. I don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll see after the Royal Rumble. But for right now, I'm going to say Sami Zayn's a great pick to win this match, and then if he wins, then I'm going to say right now, you need to give him the belt. He needs to have the world title. Like, 2017, if he doesn't get a world title shot, at least, I'm going to be like, why are you wasting your time? Like this, that would just be a complete and utter joke if you don't get a world title shot. And Sami Zayn, it deserves it. He's a phenomenal talent, works his arse off in and out of the ring. And honestly, in this underdog storyline with Braun Strowman, really, there were certain points where I thought he might even turn heel, where he was going off on Mick Foley, saying, you of all people are saying I can't compete in this match, saying that I can't do it, where you're the one your whole life that's been criticised and been told you can't do it, and now all of a sudden you of all people are telling me I can't do this and you're not going to put me in this match. Well, stuff you, I'm going to do what I have to do to win. I'm going to overcome the odds, and honestly, that is something I haven't seen out of Sami Zayn, and they're doing different stuff, which is what I like to see. So him winning the Royal Rumble makes sense. Going for the Universal title makes sense. And that would just be awesome to see at WrestleMania. Another guy who, I know he's doing his own thing with the Wyatts and Randy Orton right now, but Bray Wyatt, you have to throw his name in there. Bray Wyatt finally won his first title in WWE, guys, in 2016 at TLC. And he only held it for about maybe a week or two. Yeah. To American Alpha. I'm not hating on American Alpha, I'm glad they have the titles, but his first title reign was only a couple weeks. Yeah, suppose that's what you want. Anyway, no, I'm glad he won his first title with Randy Orton. I'm loving what they're doing with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. I know eventually they're going to do the fact, almost like what they did with Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt, how Daniel Bryan joined the Wyatts and then turned on them. I'm sure they're going to do the same thing with Randy Orton, and they'll probably set up a match between them and him and Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 33, which is, I'm fine with it, but at the same time, if they do that, I'm going to be like, again, waste of time with a talent like Bray Wyatt, who should be going for the world title, and still hasn't had a shot to face the champion in a world title match. He's had a #1 contenders match, but that doesn't really count as a shot at the world title. You have to win that to earn a shot. So, what better time than the Royal Rumble in 2017 of all times, when we're trying to create new stars like Sami Zayn, like Kevin Owens, like Seth Rollins, like Bray Wyatt, like I'm mentioning now. Again, this is the time to do it, where so many options are out there on the table for a young guy to come up and solidify himself in the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt has to be one of them guys. He's been in the company 3.5 years now, and has only won 1 title now, and has only held it for a couple of weeks with the tag titles. So if he were to win the Royal Rumble, can you imagine that? 60,000 people in the Alamo Dome going crazy for Bray Wyatt. And there's another thing we should do. Turn Bray Wyatt babyface. Because they were actually doing that after WrestleMania 32. They were turning Bray Wyatt babyface originally, but then unfortunately Bray Wyatt did end up getting injured and then came back as a heel to feud with the New Day. So if Bray Wyatt wins the Royal Rumble, have him turn babyface and maybe stay with Randy Orton, I say. I mean, Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, I'm loving them as a tag team, along with Luke Harper. I'm loving that. I don't see why you should break it up just like that, just for a WrestleMania match, where if it's to happen, we should really think that Bray Wyatt's going to win, and Randy Orton has no reason to beat Bray Wyatt. He really doesn't. So, Bray Wyatt is another one of those guys that I'm looking at and thinking, now's the time. Now's the time more than ever, and that's who I think really is one of the main draws and picks to win this match. Going on to another guy who I don't know if he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match, but it's more than likely. And we haven't seen this guy since SummerSlam. And since he got injured, honestly, man, when he had that match with Seth Rollins, then got injured the next night and vacated the Universal title. I'm talking about the Demon Finn Balor. Finn Balor, if he isn't in the Royal Rumble match and he's 100%, then honestly, I don't know what the hell's going on, because it makes more sense now than ever how he won the Universal title at SummerSlam against Seth Rollins, then had to vacate it the next night and never lost the title. So the Royal Rumble would be a perfect time to return and for him to win the Royal Rumble match and to get that shot at the Universal title as to who the champion's going to be. I hope to God it's Kevin Owens. But then again, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens again. I don't know, maybe we had someone else in there like a Seth Rollins, or hell, even maybe a Sami Zayn, and we do like an Ultimate 4-Way at WrestleMania. Like, I would love to see them four in an Ultimate Fatal 4-Way match for the Universal title. Not Roman Reigns, he can do other stuff, fuck Roman Reigns. But if Finn Balor was to come back at the Royal Rumble, that would be the perfect time to get his redemption, win the Royal Rumble. It makes sense storyline-wise. He never lost the Universal title, he won it at SummerSlam. And for him to come back, win the Rumble, then go on to WrestleMania to fight for the Universal title, that would be awesome. Because I think when he won the Universal title at SummerSlam, I have a funny feeling WWE's plans were to actually make Finn Balor into an ultimate megastar and for him to actually hold the Universal title up to WrestleMania, because he debuted on that Monday Night Raw. He beat Roman Reigns clean in a singles match, won a fatal 4-way and 1 contenders match, I believe it was, all in one night. Then to fight Seth Rollins, beat him for the Universal title in a great match, and then only to vacate it the next night. I mean, had he not got injured, he would have held that Universal title for a long time, or so he should have. So the time is right for Finn Balor to come back from injury and win the Royal Rumble match. But that's not my pick to win the Royal Rumble, and this is where a lot of controversy might be sparked from this video, because a lot of people are mad for the rumours that have been going out that The Undertaker is more likely to win the Royal Rumble match, because how we said they're gonna do Cena and AJ Styles for the world title in a singles match. And again, many people are speculating, if this truly is The Undertaker's last ride with WWE, then what better way to go out as an icon of the business than to win the Rumble and retire as champion? Honestly, with that, I couldn't agree more. The Undertaker, for me, is my pick to win the 2017 Royal Rumble match. And again, yeah, I know what your argument is going to be. Undertaker's a part-timer. This is his last ride. Why does he need the world title one more time? Why does he need to fight Cena for the world title? 2 part-timers going for a belt, they don't deserve it, blah, 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 blah. Guys, honestly, I don't understand what the fans hate on this. You have a guy in The Undertaker who's been with the company 25, coming to up to 25.5 years in the business. The greatest of all time. In my opinion, at least top 3 greatest of all time. Up there with The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is definitely one of the greatest ever. No questions about it. If you argue with that, you don't know what you're on about. I'm sorry, you just don't know what you're on about. going up to Cena and AJ Styles. They're going to have a great match for the world title. And let's get this straight, Cena will become a 16-time world champion, guys. Whether it's at the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, I don't know. It's going to happen, guys. So I say, why not get it over with? Why not get it over with? And then we can do Cena versus Taker for the world title and have Undertaker beat John Cena's ass. Because let's face it, if Cena beats Taker at WrestleMania, then I can understand why fans would complain. Because you would have Taker retired to Cena, for Cena to retain the title. That would be a big what the fuck, WWE. A big what the fuck. But no, you have two guys in the prime of the, well, not in the prime of their career, but in legendary status of their career, at least from Undertaker's side of point of view. And John Cena's been with the company a long ass time. He's a 15-time world champion. I say, if Cena wins against AJ Styles, I'm fine with that. But could you imagine the reaction though? 29 entrants have come in the Royal Rumble. The entry number 30, the countdown's going down. 3, 2, 1, and then gong. The lights go out in the stadium, in the Alamo Dome. The lights come back on, Undertaker's in the ring. He's number 30. Could you fucking imagine the reaction that the crowd would get? Like, in the Alamo Dome. They would go fucking mental. And then Undertaker to win the Royal Rumble again makes sense. Now, if they do this match, I don't want them just to do this match as John Cena versus Undertaker in a long-awaited match and either one of them wins and that's it, where it leads to nothing. I don't want them to do it like that. If this is Taker's last ride, have that stipulation where Cena's the champion, Taker's putting his career on the line. We combine all of that in one final match at WrestleMania 33 and have Undertaker beat John Cena and retire as the greatest of all time, because that's who he is to me, that's who he is to millions around the world. Have Undertaker beat John Cena, retire as the WWE champion, then vacate it, and then after that, you can do a tournament. Well, you can even involve Cena in the tournament. You can involve Cena, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Luke Harper, American Alpha if you want. Like, all these guys, you can involve them in a tournament to crown a new champion. That's what you can do. Cena wins, nah, don't do that. I say have Undertaker win, retire as a legend in the business, and again, in WrestleMania, what better way to go out than be champion and win the Royal Rumble, all in the span of 3 months. That's what I would suggest WWE does. Obviously, people will disagree because Taker's a part-timer, he shouldn't deserve it. And I get where one side's coming from, because this isn't really creating new stars, is it? Let's get that right. It's not really creating any new stars. But there's other ways to do that. I mean, there's so many other options out there on the table where one match that they do, that all of a sudden means that they can't create a star with other options that they have. Like, I don't see that. So, other than that, guys, that is my thoughts as to who could win or who I think should win the 2017 Royal Rumble match. There's other options out there, like Shawn Michaels has been rumoured to return because it's in his hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Me, personally, I don't see it happening one bit. If it happens, I'll be shocked. But if he is going to somehow appear, he's not winning, guys. Let's just get that right. He is not winning. So, but if he shows up, that would be an incredible moment. And again, the Alamo Dome would mark out like crazy. So, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Don't hate me for my opinion. They're just my opinions. And let's just be respectful in the comments. And we can talk. So, other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. Simpsons Hit and Run videos will be coming back. Episode 23 will be out in the next week, I believe. So, stay tuned for that. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm James Penrose. And all I can say is, peace out, my brothers.